Welcome to my channel Old Valuable Chiller Today's, where we dive deep into the world of British coins, with a special focus on the 2011 2p coin from the United Kingdom. Whether you're a numismatics enthusiast, a coin collector, or just curious about your spare change, this video is packed with historical insights, detailed analysis, and everything you need to know about the 2011 2p coin. Let's start with the basics. The 2p coin, also written as 2p, is part of the British decimal coinage system introduced in 1971. But in 2008, the Royal Mint introduced a brand new reverse design for the 1p through 50p coins, including the 2p, to form the image of the royal shield when placed together. The 2011 version of the 2p coin features that newer design, which gives it both modern appeal and symbolic significance. The obverse side of the 2011 2p coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This fourth definitive portrait was in use from 1998 to 2015 and is one of the most recognized British coin portraits worldwide. The inscription around the Queen reads Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2011, which stands for Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fide Defensa, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Turning to the reverse, you'll see part of the Royal Shield of Arms. On the 2p coin, it specifically shows the second quarter of the shield, which represents the Lion Rampant of Scotland. This design was created by Matthew Dent, who won a public competition to design the new series. When all denominations from 1p to 50p are placed together, they form the full shield. This design was a major change from the older coins, which featured the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet and the motto ICHDN. Let's talk materials. The 2011 2p coin is made of copper-plated steel, a change from the earlier bronze composition. This switch happened in 1992, primarily as a cost-saving measure. Copper prices had risen significantly, so using steel plated with a thin layer of copper became the practical choice. Because of this, coins from 1992 onward are attracted to magnets, an easy way to test if your 2p coin is from a newer series. Now let's dive into the mintage figures. According to data from the Royal Mint, approximately 97 million 2p coins were minted in 2011, making it a relatively common coin in circulation. This means the 2011 2p isn't rare, but that doesn't make it uninteresting. Collectors still seek well-preserved examples, especially uncirculated coins, proof versions, and any possible errors or anomalies. Speaking of errors, one reason collectors are fascinated with coins like the 2011 UK 2p is the occasional appearance of minting errors. These can include off-center strikes, die cracks, double strikes, or misaligned designs. While errors on 2011 2p coins are relatively rare, it's always worth checking both sides carefully under magnification. Even minor errors can significantly boost the value of a coin in the collector's market. Let's discuss value and collectability. In circulated condition, most 2011 2p coins are worth exactly 2p. However, in uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated condition, they may fetch between 20p to £1, depending on the seller, buyer interest, and presentation. Proof versions issued in Royal Mint sets are even more desirable, often selling for a few pounds or more. Collectors particularly look for coins in mint condition with no scratches, discoloration, or wear, which is not easy to find in circulation. For serious collectors, coin grading is a common practice to assess the quality of a coin, but even without professional grading, eye appeal plays a major role. Look for coins that retain their original luster, have sharp edges, and show no signs of heavy handling. Storing them in protective holders can help preserve quality. Let's also take a moment to appreciate the cultural and historical role of the 2p coin in the UK. Despite being a small denomination, it's a familiar coin that people associate with everyday transactions, parking meters, vending machines, and the classic British penny jar. It's also a staple in penny arcades, where 2p pushers still draw crowds along British seaside towns. Interestingly, there has been discussion in recent years about the future of the 1p and 2p coins, with some advocating their withdrawal due to rising production costs and declining usage. However, public sentiment and tradition have kept them in circulation. The 2p coin remains an important part of British coinage, both economically and culturally. You may be wondering, should you keep your 2011 2p coins? If you're building a year-by-year coin collection, absolutely. It helps to have a complete decimal coin set, and the 2011 2p fits nicely into that puzzle. If you have multiple examples in great condition, consider trading or selling them to collectors online. Sites like eBay, Etsy, or coin-specific marketplaces often list these coins with varying price tags, especially when sold in bulk or as part of a set. Let's not forget about coin hunting and metal detecting communities. Many hobbyists find 2p coins during their hunts, and some report unusual coloring or errors. While most are standard, the joy of discovery is part of what makes this hobby so engaging. Before we wrap up, here's a quick tip: always examine your coins under good lighting. Sometimes what looks like a regular coin might reveal unexpected features upon closer inspection. We've heard of people finding rare error coins mixed into their loose change without even knowing it. So, what's the final takeaway? The 2011 2p coin from the United Kingdom is a common yet collectible piece of decimal British coinage. With its modern design, historical context, and potential for valuable finds, it's well worth a closer look. While it may not be a rare or highly valuable coin on its own, its role in the Royal Shield set and British currency system makes it a staple for any collector. Now we will explore in today's detailed video. We're exploring one of the most familiar yet surprisingly fascinating coins from the United Kingdom, the 2014 2p coin, also known as the 2p coin. Whether you're a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or simply curious about UK currency, this video will walk you through everything you need to know about the 2014 2p coin, its design, minting, metal composition, potential value, and collectability in the numismatic market. So let's dive into the background of the 2014 2p coin. First introduced in 1971 as part of the decimalisation of British currency, the 2p coin has long been a mainstay of everyday UK coinage. The 2014 edition continues that tradition, but what makes it stand out? What should collectors and coin investors know about the 2014 version of the UK 2p? That's what we'll explore in depth in this 20-minute journey. Let's begin with the obverse, or the front side, of the coin. The 2014 2p coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. This is the fourth portrait of the Queen, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. It was used from 1998 until 2015 and is known for its realism and maturity. Unlike earlier portraits, this design features the Queen wearing the tiara made by Cartier, which was a gift from her grandmother Queen Mary. The legend around the portrait reads Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2014, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side, you'll see a portion of the Royal Shield. The 2014 2p coin continues the modern reverse design introduced in 2008, where the 1p, 2p, 5p, 10p, 20p, and 50p coins together form the complete image of the shield of the royal arms. The 2p coin specifically shows the lower right section of the shield, which includes part of the Lions of England and the Harp of Ireland. The word 2p is inscribed along the bottom edge of the coin. This design was created by Matthew Dent after he won a public competition to redesign the UK's coinage. In terms of metal composition, the 2014 2p coin is made of copper-plated steel. Originally, 2p coins were minted in bronze, but due to rising metal prices, the Royal Mint switched to copper-plated steel in 1992. That means the coin is mostly steel inside but coated with copper on the outside to maintain its traditional reddish color. One interesting fact about this composition is that the coin is magnetic, which collectors and everyday users can easily test using a small household magnet. As for the weight and size, the 2014 2p coin weighs 7.12 grams and has a diameter of 25.9 millimeters. Its thickness is 1.85 millimeters, and the edge is plain, without any reading or inscription. These dimensions are standard for 2p coins minted since 1971. Now let's talk about mintage figures. While exact mintage numbers are not always published in great detail, it is known that the 2014 2p coin had a relatively high mintage, making it common in circulation. The coin was primarily produced for general use and was not issued as a commemorative piece, so it is typically not rare in the wild. However, coin collectors always look for condition, errors, and other minting anomalies that can increase a coin's desirability and value. When it comes to value, a regular circulated 2014 UK 2p coin generally holds its face value, 2p. However, uncirculated coins or coins in brilliant uncirculated (BU) condition can be worth more, especially if found in a mint set or in pristine condition. Coin dealers and collectors may pay anywhere between 10p to £1 for uncirculated examples depending on the demand and market interest. What about error coins? This is where things get particularly interesting. Error coins are mistakes made during the minting process, and they can significantly increase a coin's value. Common errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, double dies, or coins struck with the wrong metal. While no major confirmed errors have been widely reported for the 2014 2p coin, it's always wise to inspect your coins carefully. You never know, you might come across a rare variation that could be worth a lot more than just 2p. If you're wondering how to identify a valuable 2014 2p coin, here are some things to look out for. First, check the coin's condition. Coins in mint state condition are generally more valuable. Second, look for misaligned dies or doubling in the text or numbers. Third, test the coin with a magnet. If it's not magnetic, it could be an older bronze blank mistakenly used. Although that's highly unlikely for 2014, it has occurred in other years. Now let's talk about collectability. While the 2014 2p coin is not rare in general circulation, collectors interested in building a complete set of post-2008 Royal Shield coins would need this year's edition. Coin albums often contain spaces for each date of issue, making even common coins important for completionists. The fact that it bears the Royal Shield design and the fourth portrait of Queen Elizabeth II makes it part of a transitional period in British coinage, especially significant considering that the portrait was changed the following year, in 2015. How about coin sets? The Royal Mint often releases annual coin sets, and the 2014 2p coin is included in several such sets, including brilliant uncirculated and proof editions. These coins are struck using higher quality techniques and are not intended for circulation. As a result, they fetch higher prices and are sought after by collectors who want pristine examples of each year's coinage. The cultural value of the 2p coin should also not be overlooked. Though small in denomination, the 2p coin is a piece of everyday British life. It is used in pricing, transactions, games, and vending machines. It also holds nostalgic value for many people in the UK, especially those who recall collecting copper coins as children or playing amusement arcade games that used 2p coins. It's worth noting that over the past few years, there have been discussions about phasing out smaller denominations like the 1p and 2p coins, due to rising production costs and reduced usage. However, the British government has confirmed several times that there are no current plans to withdraw the coins. Still, the potential for withdrawal in the future adds a layer of interest for collectors. Imagine a world where the 2p coin becomes obsolete. Suddenly, these humble coins could become artifacts of a bygone era. Let's also touch on the global collector market. While the 2014 2p coin is primarily of interest to collectors in the United Kingdom, international numismatists also seek British coins, especially those bearing Queen Elizabeth II's image. Following her passing in 2022, coins bearing her portrait have gained increased attention, as they mark the end of an era. The 2014 2p coin is part of her long reign and contributes to the historic legacy she leaves behind in British currency. For those just starting out in coin collecting, the 2p coin is a great entry point. It's easy to find, inexpensive, and forms part of a larger story within the UK's decimal coin system. As you build your collection, you may start to notice subtle differences in design, wear, tone, and even error patterns. Collecting 2p coins from every year, especially from 1971 to today, is a satisfying and educational challenge that many numismatists enjoy.